Hello, cats and kitties. It's Terry Lee here, and guess what? I'm making this video with my new teeth. Now, there's a little bit of a learning curve, learning how to speak with my new teeth, so give me a little bit of slack. Yes, I know I sound like a beaver and all the other things, but just give me a little bit of slack. I'm doing my best. I'm also trying to fight off a black cat here who wants to really be in this video with me. I don't know why I'm filming right now. This is prime cat time. I have no idea what made me think that this would be a good time to film right now. And now my black cat Casey has laid down all my questions. This is the AMA Ask Me Anything, and one of the things that I liked about this was you guys gave me varied questions. I didn't get a whole lot of the same one. I did get a couple of what do you want to be when you grow up, and that's cool. I mean, I can just give credit to both people. Let me move my cat and let me put my sexy glasses on. Bam. Hold on. Say hi, Casey. Say hi, buddy. Okay, off you go. Whoop. Okay. All right, the first one is from Meow Me Maddie. I hope I said that right, Meow Me Maddie. If I didn't, then I'm very sorry. And she said, what is your favorite type of cat? I love cats. I mean, I love them. I think they're like the best animal in the history of animals. But I have to say my favorite type is a black cat. I have two black cats, one named Casey, which you just saw, and the other named Ella. One has yellow eyes and one has green eyes. If I have to choose a preference, I think I like yellow eyes on black cats better. But definitely my favorite type of cat is a black cat. Long-haired, short-haired. I just think that they're absolutely gorgeous and elegant and beautiful. And yes, my black cat is pawing the water dish. I don't know why. There's water in it, but hey. That's another great thing about cats. A lot of times you just have no clue why they're doing what they're doing. It's mystery. Okay, the second question is weird. It's from my friend JR, who wants to know my husband, Bill's favorite meal and his favorite dessert. I had to ask, I knew Bill's favorite meal, which is a steak dinner. And if we go to a local restaurant called the Chop House, he always gets the same thing. He gets a 9-ounce filet mignon with medium well, with a baked potato with butter only, but extra butter, a salad with ranch dressing. And so that's always what he gets. And so that's probably, I would guess, his favorite meal. He's not that big on the salad. He eats the salad because it comes with the meal. But he's not a huge fan of the things that are green, basically. So, let's see. His favorite dessert, he said, was apple pie a la mode. Now, that was a little bit of a surprise to me. Well, not a surprise, but I just guess I never really thought about what his favorite dessert is. He's got a sweet tooth like I do, and so pretty much anything that's sweet he's all about. But apple pie a la mode. So there you go, JR. Now you know what to fix Bill for dinner. All right, both A and C wanted to know what I wanted to be when I grew up. Now, A specified through about age 7. Through about age 7, I wanted to be two things, a teacher and Wonder Woman. Yes, I wanted to teach little kids the way I was being taught because I thought my teacher was so cool. And I wanted to be Wonder Woman because what little girl did not want to be Wonder Woman? When I would play across the street with my neighbor, he was always Batman and I was always Wonder Woman. So yes, I wanted to be Wonder Woman. When I got a little older, I still wanted to be a teacher, which I wound up doing, but I also wanted to be a concert pianist, and I wanted to play at Carnegie Hall. And then as I got a little older, I amended that to I wanted to be a concert pianist who played at Carnegie Hall while playing a Steinway concert grand piano. And if I'm very honest with you, that's still in the back of my mind. Not the concert pianist thing because I'm not that good, but I would love it if I had a chance to just walk onto the stage of Carnegie Hall, sit down at a concert grand piano and play anything. I mean, chopsticks, you know. So that would be really cool. So those are the things I wanted to be when I grew up: a teacher, Wonder Woman, and a concert pianist. Age differences there, though, you know. I don't know, not really, no. I still want to be Wonder Woman. That'd be cool. Okay, let's see. Rebecca A wants to know, how did I get interested in making true crime and ASMR videos? Um, I've been watching ASMR videos for a long time. I think my first ASMR videos that I watched were Maria Gentle Whispering. If you haven't checked out Gentle Whispering, you need to. She's awesome. She's got like 2 million followers. She's like just a goddess of ASMR. And I don't actually experience ASMR tingles, but I find them very relaxing. The videos I find very relaxing. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to try that. I'm going to try speaking in a soft voice, and I'm going to try tapping things and making sounds that I like to hear and see what I can do. I thought maybe I can do it too. As far as true crime goes, my interest in true crime goes back way, like, to high school. I mean, I have always loved a good detective story, and I have always loved I love to see how they get theirs. I love to see how they get caught. I like to see the forensics involved, because it's always something forensic. It's blood or fingerprints or DNA or something like that, and I love to see how that all works out. So I thought, you know, maybe I could do true crime, because I watch true crime videos. I thought maybe I could tell a story about a crime, do some research, and I could do that. And maybe, just to make it a little different, I'll film it in black and white. Now, I don't film all of my true crime in black and white, but I do film I'd say 75% of it in black and white. It's just my little thing of, this is how you know it's going to be a true crime video, because it's in black and white. But mostly just watching other videos is what got me interested, and just asking myself, could I do that? Do I think I could do that? So, yeah, but like I said, true crime's been a long time interest. In fact, if you look at my bookcase, it's a little disconcerting. Kidding, I'm heavily medicated. Anyway, so yeah, that's what got me interested, was watching other videos and saying, hey, can I do that? Maybe I can do that. All right, let's see. Buffy730 said, if you suddenly gained a lot of money, what is one unexpected thing you would spend it on? And also, what is my favorite weird animal? Good questions. Okay, about the money. If I suddenly gained unexpected money, like if I won the lottery or something like that, I would go back to one of my first answers about the piano. I would buy a concert grand Steinway piano. So we're looking at close to $100,000 there. So yeah, that's the first thing I would buy. And then I'd probably buy a house to put it in, because there is no room in my house that will hold that piano and anything else. The piano would take up the whole room. So yeah, new house for my Steinway concert grand piano. So that's what I would buy, and that would absolutely tickle me to death. That would just be like, whoa. My favorite weird animal. My favorite animal is a black leopard or a black panther, which makes sense because I love black cats. But I think my favorite, I don't know how weird it is, but I've always been fascinated with whales. And I am particularly fascinated with the blue whale, because it's the biggest animal that's ever been. And they're beautiful when you look at them in the water. Even though they're huge, they're very thin. They're very, very sleek. And I just think that it's incredible that anything is that big, but yet can swim through the water so gracefully. And the noises they make are like the loudest noises on earth. So I just think it's so cool. I think blue whales are unbelievably cool. So they're probably my favorite we'll say non-traditional. They're my favorite non-traditional animal, blue whales. I'd love to go whale watching, to see the humpback whales or to see blue whales. That would blow my mind. It's on my bucket list. Okay, let's see. PG says, when is the first time you went to Blackbird? What did you choose, and how did you hear about it? All right, Blackbird Bakery is the name of a coffee house and bakery that's about 20 minutes away from here. And if you know me at all, you know that Blackbird is one of my favorite places in the world. It's, for one thing, everything they make is fantastic, and they make wonderful pastries, and they make bread. And when you go in, it's such an inviting atmosphere. They usually play big band or swing music on the radio or on the music system, whatever. Like I said, everything is good. I've never had anything bad at Blackbird. It's not particularly healthy. This is not particularly a place you want to go to if you are on a very strict diet, or if you do go there, that needs to be your cheat day. There's not a lot of diet stuff going on at Blackbird. So that's one of my favorite places. When did I first go? You know how you've been going somewhere for such a long time, you don't really remember when you started doing it, or you've done something for such a long time, you don't really remember when you started? I don't really remember when. I called a friend of mine who I used to go with from time to time, and I said, "Are you the first person I went to Blackbird with?" And my friend was like, "No, I don't think so. I think you had already been going when you and I went." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Because I really thought that person might have been the first person that I went with. So I'm like, okay, I don't know. I know I used to go a lot on Tuesday nights because I had a meeting that I would go to, and then I would go to Blackbird with some friends afterwards. So I'm sorry, PG. I honestly just don't know off the top of my head when I started going. It's been years. I mean, I've been going for years and years and years. So it's been a while, so I don't really remember. What did I choose? One of the first things I remember eating at Blackbird, I don't know if it was the first thing, but one of the first things I remember eating is pink almond cake. Oh my gosh, pink almond cake. It is a pink cake, obviously, with almond flavoring, with buttercream, almond buttercream icing. And oh, it is so good. It is to die for. And so I think that's probably one of the first things that I had. I also know one of the first things I had was donuts. They're well known for their donuts. Their donuts are incredible. And so I know I had donuts early on. But I think the first thing I had was pink almond cake, and I still order it because it's incredible. How did I hear about it? I heard about it from friends at church. For a while, I used to go to church in the same city that Blackbird is in. And I heard people talking about it and how great it was and how they had coffee and all these pastries and everything. And I thought, I need to check this place out because you know how I am about my coffee. I love me some coffee. And anything sweet, yeah, sign me up. So if I can put coffee and sweets together and big band music, because I grew up on big band music. My dad loved swing music and big band, and he was in a band that played that. And so that was, I grew up with that music. So I love hearing that music. So yeah, all those three things together in one place. Yeah, let's do it. So, yay. So that's Blackbird. Still love to go there. Actually, right now, their cake of the month is a orange buttercream, and I think I need to be a part of that. All right, let's see. Kay asked, why have you never made me an awesome milkshake? That has a little story behind it. When I was in college, I worked at the snack bar. It's like a little place you come in and get hamburgers and fries and stuff. And one of the things you could get was milkshakes. And my college roommate, whose name was also Terry, taught me how to make milkshakes. Now, I don't know who taught her, but she could make the best milkshakes. Super thick. I mean, almost so thick you could turn them over. Not quite that thick, but I mean, super thick. Like it was hard to get through a straw. And so she taught me how to make them, and I learned how to make them, and people would come and request our milkshakes. That my roommate and mine, they would want us to make a milkshake for them. So yes, I can make a pretty awesome milkshake. Now, why have I not made one for Kay, who is a dear friend of mine? Because Kay has not asked me to make her an awesome milkshake. Just ask me and I'll make you one. Provided you have the ingredients, because I don't keep ice cream here and I don't like milk, so I don't keep milk here. But I do like milkshakes. I do like milk if you put it in a milkshake. That's funny. Isn't it funny how you don't like things until they're put in another thing that you do like, and then it's okay? It's like my daughter doesn't like sour cream, but she loves dip. and she likes sour cream on Taco Bell, but just sour cream, not a thing. She doesn't like it. So weird. So yes, Kay, if you set me up with an ice cream maker or a blender and some milk and some ice cream, I will make you an awesome milkshake. All right, let's see. F wants to know, what is the worst gift and the best gift I have ever received? Um, gosh, I don't know. Worst gift. I don't. I'm usually so happy that anybody thinks of me and gives me a gift, and I'm just really grateful to receive things that I don't really think of them as good or bad. I mean, if something's really good, obviously. I know that one time my mom knew that I was getting into exercising, and she gave me these little weighted dumbbells, except I wasn't doing lifting. I was doing a lot of crunches and leg lifts, and I was running, but I wasn't really doing lifting, and I didn't really know what to do with them. I didn't really want them, and I actually felt guilty because I didn't want them. I was more upset about me not wanting them than my mother was. I was just like, oh, you gave me a gift, and I'm not using it, and I don't really want it. So that was not the worst. Yeah, I mean, that's not really even the worst, you know. I don't really know. I guess that's the one I felt like I wasn't going to use. The best gift I ever received, bar none, is my Kurzweil digital keyboard from my husband. It was a few days before Christmas. We were sitting in the eating area, the food court of our local mall, and he said, I need you to come with me to pick out your Christmas present. And I was like, okay, that's odd. He said, it has to be you. You have to pick it out. And I'm like, okay, cool. So we get up from the food court and we go upstairs and we head toward the music store, which is called Music Masters. And I thought, okay, he's going to get me some music, you know, some new sheet music, which of course I would have to pick out because I know what I can play and what I can't. Nope. He led me to the digital keyboard and asked me to play around and pick the one I wanted. Oh, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. It had always been my dream to have a good quality digital keyboard. I had an electric keyboard, but it wasn't like a really good quality digital keyboard. And sure enough, we got one. I got a Kurzweil. I have a second Kurzweil now. That keyboard finally gave up the ghost, and I now have a second one because I love Kurzweil. I think they make a great keyboard. So that was the best gift I've ever received, and it came out of nowhere. I had no idea he was even thinking about that or that he knew how badly I wanted one. So, best gift, definitely. Okay, let's see. T says, what is your favorite ice cream flavor? My favorite ice cream flavor is mint chocolate chip, but birthday cake runs a very close second. I've always liked chocolate chip, anything, cookies, whatever. But then when I discovered that you could put mint and chocolate together, whoa. I love mint and chocolate together. So I love Andes mints. I love peppermint bark. I love anything where you put chocolate and, peppermint fudge, anything where you put chocolate and peppermint together. So yeah, I like chocolate mint ice cream. That's my favorite, chocolate chip mint. Okay, let's see. A says, and there's a story behind this because this is a really bizarre question. How do you report turkey vehicular homicide? Yes, that's right. I said turkey vehicular homicide to your boss and insurance company. Okay. A is doing this as a joke because he knows there's a story behind this. When I was in social work and I was working at a town near Raleigh and working mostly with teenagers, I had to take a young man to Raleigh for an appointment. So I took him for his appointment, and on the way back home, our group home, the kids' group home, was out in the country away from the city, which is normal because you don't want to have them too close to the city. They'll run and they'll get in trouble in the city, and this is not what you want them to do. So we're going out through some country roads to get back to the group home, and I'm going around a sharp curve. And in the middle of this sharp curve is a turkey. Not a wild turkey, a domesticated turkey, like one of the white turkeys that you see in turkey farms. Now, I had two choices. One was I could drive off the road, which didn't seem like a good idea with a kid in the car with me. The other one was I could go in the other lane, which seemed like a horrible idea because it was a blind curve and I couldn't see if anybody was in the other lane. And I didn't have very much time to make either one of these choices, and boom, I hit that turkey head on. I mean, I slammed right into it. It went up into the air, feathers. I mean, it was like it was out of a cartoon. I saw feathers go up. It was crazy. And I had to laugh because the guy that was in the car with me, he's like, Miss Terry, can we go back and do that again? I'm like, no, we cannot. Let's just forget that happened. So I did not stop and pick it up. Some people ask me, did you stop and pick it up? No. What was I going to do with a turkey? I mean, I don't know how to pluck a turkey. I don't know how. No, did not pick the turkey up. Did you try to find the turkey's owner? No, I did not, because it was in the middle of a road and there was really anything around us. I think it escaped from an enclosure and was just running around. So I didn't try to find the owner. I did drive back to the group home, and then I got to have this conversation with my boss. James, I hit a turkey with the car, because the car was a company car. It was not my car. He just looked up at me and kind of smiled. He said, Terry. I said, no, really, I did. I hit a turkey with the car. And he's like, what? I brought him out to the car. There was a big dent in the front bumper where I'd hit because the turkey was big. It was probably, I don't know, 20 pounds or more, big turkey. And there was a dent in the car where I had hit the turkey. And he was like, you hit a turkey. I'm like, that's what I'm saying. I hit a turkey. So I was not, I told him what happened and how I didn't really have any choice. And he said, whose turkey is it? And I'm like, I don't know. Why does everybody want to know whose turkey it is? I don't know. So, yeah, but I didn't get in trouble for it because I explained to him that, I didn't really have any other choice. And, so there you go. Now, as far as the insurance, I don't know how insurance took care of it, but I would love to have been in the room when my boss James was reporting it to the insurance. No, she hit a turkey. No, she really did hit a turkey. I would just love to have heard that conversation. So, yeah, there you go. And the last one is from C. What made you decide to become a teacher? For one thing, I've always really liked my teachers and admired my teachers. I like talking about things and discussing things, and I like to explain things. If someone doesn't understand something, I like to explain it, hopefully in a good way. And I think there are two teachers that really made me want to be a teacher. One with Mrs. Boys. She was my 4th grade science and reading teacher, and she was very excited about science, and she got us excited about it. And she would read to us at the end of reading class for like the last 10 minutes. She would read to us, and I remember she read from Charlotte's Web. And the way she would get us to behave was, if you guys don't settle down, I'm not going to read. And it was like, oh, no, everybody chill out. We want to hear what happens next. So I really liked her. A second teacher that I liked was in high school that I loved her. Her name was Mrs. Parr. Mrs. Parr was a little dynamo. She was so excited about everything. And she made learning fun. She made it enjoyable. It was funny. She did funny things to help us remember things. She did a rap one time for us when we were learning about ecology and the ecological web and that kind of thing. She brought in a drummer from our band, from our marching band, and did a rap about the eco web and how everything was all connected and everything. And I might have forgotten a lot of things from my high school years, but I will never forget that. Her son was in band with me in high school, and she would come. She played saxophone, if I remember correctly. She would come and sit in with the band and play with us, which I just thought was totally awesome. But yeah, those two teachers made me want to become a teacher. And so I got my degree in teaching. My first teaching job was in a group home for teenagers. I did that for a while. Then I went and became a social worker. Then after that, when I moved back, I did all that in North Carolina. When I moved back here, Sylvan Learning Center, which is a tutoring, educational supplemental center, was looking for a teacher. And I started teaching at Sylvan, and I stayed at Sylvan for 13, 14 years. I was a teacher, I was a director of education. For a while, as a director, I decided I didn't like that because it was not enough involvement with the kids, and went back to teaching. And I just love teaching. I like explaining things to people, and I love it when the kid gets it. When you see the light bulb go on, that is such an awesome feeling to know that they understand what you're trying to teach them. So yeah, that's why I wanted to become a teacher, because I really had some very good role models, and I really thought that was something I wanted to do. Okay, that was 11 questions. I probably could have had more, but this video is already 25 minutes long, and so I don't like my videos to go much longer than 25 minutes. So I hope you guys were able to understand me. I'm a little concerned about my ASMR videos with these teeth in. I'm going to try really hard to do my best with them. So you guys hang with me. Hang with me as I learn to talk better with them. I've only had them for a week, so, kind of working on it. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well and that you're staying safe and taking care of each other. And I will see you in the next video.